Hello, and welcome to Evolve and Heal Intuitive, where I communicate messages from Spirit through the cards. Let's get started. Let's start here on this new moon in Gemini with a little bit of Palo Santos and cleansing our space. Palo Santos cleanses and brings in positive energy simultaneously. Invite you to set an intention out there as I am preparing the space. Just open yourself to any messages coming through today. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. Beautiful. So we've got the new moon in Gemini. Also have Saturn in Gemini, which is an interesting combination. So Gemini with its creativity and just fullness of ideas, curiosity, and Saturn in Gemini brings a grounding aspect to that energy. So it's an interesting, unique, and could be a really great combo if we lean into that, paying attention to your intuition and curiosity and coming into it from a grounded space versus an impulsive space. So let's get started here. Spirit, Holy Spirit, archangels, guardian angels, spirit families, all beings of light for healing and highest good, infuse this message through my hands into these cards for a message of healing and highest good for the collective spirit. Reveal to us what we need to know. And let's get started. Well, that's a beautiful start there. 10 of Cups. I'm using this new deck that I'm getting to know and getting a relationship with. So it's the Wild Unknown Tarot. So it's pretty... I'm digging it right now. So starting with this 10 of Cups, which is just abundance. You can see that 10 is the ending and beginning. So it's a wish fulfillment, like this things that you may have been working for have either arrived or are on their way. Spirit. What other message? Okay, almost. Okay. We've got the Four of Swords here. So it's swords are the air energy. So, and you can see on the third eye, the sun there's the intuition. So typically the Four of Swords in the traditional tarot is a card of rest. I'm seeing from the artwork and the interpretation here that this has something to do with intuition. So I might choose to read about this one and see what the artist and the creator of this card's their interpretation. But for now, I'm seeing that it could be a time of potentially rest and then just really tuning into your intuition after after this wish fulfillment here. Sometimes when we get what we're working for, there's kind of a period of now what? And so that's, now that I'm tuning in, that's kind of what I'm hearing is, this sense of this kind of in between of now what? I'm getting ready to graduate from school, taking yoga teacher training, and I've absolutely had that, now what or what's next, and that's all tying in with the slowing down, because most of the time we need to just slow down and pause and listen and let the kind of now what show up for us intuitively. So, Spirit, what's next? Okay, that's coming out. I'm going to go for it. All right, we got some water energy, air, and earth now, the Eight of Pentacles. So Eight of Pentacles, and again, I just am loving this artwork. So the Eight of Pentacles here, you can see the spider and this full web there. So with the Eight of Pentacles, it's the fruits of your labors, and there might even be more work that needs to be done. So it's continuing that continuum of that hard work towards what you're going for. So there might be a period of rest after achievement, and then when you're ready, then it's taking it to the next level. So there isn't a graduation in life. It's a continuum. So like I said, just because I'm graduating from school doesn't mean that there isn't going to be more work to be done to continue the forward movement. Spirit, do you have another card here for us? All right, we got the Fool. So yeah, I love this. I love when it ties in, and I also love when things don't tie in, because it's, you know, again, life doesn't make sense a lot of the time, and the plans that we have are a lot different than the universe has for us. So the Fool card, it's the card 0. It's the very first card in the major arcana, and this card is about taking a leap of faith. Just you can see the little bird there on the branch, and it needs to take off and fly and trust that it's going to fly. So taking a leap of faith through all of this change, all of this transition, and just, you know, trusting that you're going to be backed by the universe. And I'm just hearing that there's no wrong answer either. And I think a lot of us get hung up on what's the right answer. What am I supposed to be doing right now? And I've just shared with somebody that there isn't a wrong answer. You make the choice that you make, and it's going to guide you down to the lesson that you need to learn at that time. All right, Spirit, let's see what else we got. And now we've got another 4 energy in here. So 4 Cups. Yeah, 4 Cups is an energy, so you can see, you know, interpreting through just the artwork. We've got a moon energy at the top, and this little rat here covering the 4 Cups. So it's something that's either not seen or something that we don't want to be seeing right now in our lives. And that's again where it's thinking that it's supposed to look a certain way, and then we're just looking away of accepting how things are. And so getting into acceptance. Let's get one more of these cards to close up the container with these. And we've got the Daughter of Swords, which is in the traditional would be the Page of Swords. And so we've got this wise owl here, the wisdom, and then we see just these lights around. So this is a card of that creativity and also wisdom. So taking what you learn from this experience and applying it, which ties in with this moon and the Saturn, as far as we were talking about the curiosity and the inspiration, but also coming into this energy with a place of groundedness and wisdom, and not the spontaneity of just throwing caution to the wind. So that's a beautiful way to close up this container. And then we've got the Hanged Man on the bottom of the deck, which is being open and willing to see things from a different perspective. We can get, as humans, so fixated on one way that we're seeing things, and that's the only way that we're going to find happiness. And you know, the universe is saying that there's many paths, and you know, the more we hang on to one path, it might take us down a different path to humble us and to show us. So we've got that there. Not really feeling the need to clarify any of these right now. I think that was a pretty open, beautiful energy. So I'm going to come over here and pull an angel answers card or two to close up this container here. So Spirit, do you have a angel answer card for us here to close up the container? All right, so we've got a year from now, and we've got big happy changes on the bottom of the deck. So a year from now, which is amazing. I think that that's beautiful. A year in the scheme of thing isn't really that long. A lot of us can just go, wow, that's a long time until that's going to get here. And you know, so much can be packed into a year, but it's also really not that long in the scheme of things. So it's, again, this is just tying into this beautiful message that, you know, there is more work to be done, taking the wisdom that you've gained, and it's a successful situation, and using your intuition and surrendering to what is right now. It's you know, the resistance can be wanting things to happen right now, and that's where the leap of faith comes in for this year from now, and the big happy changes that Spirit is saying that are lying ahead. So just wanted to thank you for joining me here, and hopefully you found a message in here for you. If you found your way to my channel, then there is a message here for you. So having that open mind about that. And until next time, God bless.